We arrived all the same. What should I say? I am.
Let's be consistent. Let's continue to grind and shine. The name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit that like button. Sharing is caring. HBO in the chat. Yo. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation's groove? From my studios to yours. Brought to you by the #1 fantasy app in the world. Also Frenkel and Frenkel, personal injury lawyers. And as well as cornbread. Come on. Let's stand tall or not at all. Mama said that there'll be days literally just like this. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Come on with it. 5, 4, 3. New shoes. New shoes. We got new shoes. We're going to get more and more conversation for the nation. More and more. More and more.
They can come closer than close.
The longest intro in the land. Riggs! I'm getting too old for this, Riggs. Yeah, let's get it.
Oh, look at my African American over here.
Yup. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. To the window, to the wall, to the sweat drop down my head. What's good with y'all? Appreciate everybody for tuning in to the nation. And remember, you're listening to the sounds of soft soul hits in Odor. Come on, baby. Yeah. 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 Come on. I cannot believe it.
Please come home.
What we got, baby?
I got beans and
Baloney. Yeah. What's good with y'all, man? Stand tall or not at all. Appreciate each and every last one of you all. For those who tuning in for the very first time, my name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations, just follow law, and then you got order. Or if you can't have order, you can't have law. So you got to have law and order. Order and law. So hit that like button, share this content. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. That's including the ice wall, baby. But with that being said, as we continue to proceed to give you guys what you need, the Cowboys got a new crew of guys, and we know what it's been like, right? Being at the bottom, fighting and clawing ourselves back to the top. And this past season, even though we were not at the bottom, it felt like that, right? So we got to tinker a little things here and there in order for us to stay within the confines of this race. And as they all say, the race is not to the swift nor the battle to the mighty, is to he that endure, right? Y'all didn't think y'all was going to get some church up in here, but we tried to endure. We know. We tried to endure, man. So the unknown is always the craziest thing because, you know.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
There's those things, right? And I'm going against the grain because I said that new broom can sweep the floor good, but that old broom, those little Mississippi sands, can get those corners, right? So those old brooms can get the corners, but now we got nothing but new brooms, right? we got nothing but new brooms as it relates to this defense. We're going to go over that, and we're going to talk about some things, what GP need to do, what CD said about GP, some recyclings of other things that we already talked about. But before we go further into this, how are you guys feeling? If everybody okay? Are you guys okay? Let me know in the chat. Are you guys okay with everything? Because I need to know. I want to know, right? Right. So put a 2 in the chat if everybody's okay. All right. So with that being said, let's get this going in the best way possible. Shout out to Clarence Hill. But before I go into that conversational pool with Clarence Hill, I got some more details about Doribe. That's how you call him. That's how you call his name, Doribe. All right. So sources told me that Doribe benefited from going to a good popular team on defense. He started off as a D-line guy. He worked and cut his teeth at SMU and some other places around the Dallas area. So he's familiar with the area. But the thing is that he could be a little green himself. But he fell upon the Georgia team who had unbelievable talent with Walker, with some other guys. Y'all already know about the guys that's on the Eagles that's going to be a free agent guy, N'Kobe Dean. So there are some things that he got some similarities and good things as it relates to being around good talent. But from what I was told and heard is that the coaching community that's close to the star, they saying, hey, he's a little green. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to speak freely when I say this. I'd take him over Scott McCurley. Hell yeah. I'd take him over Scott McCurley. Oh, Law, who else you would take him over? I would take him over Benghazi. I would take him over those guys. The utmost respect for him, but we really wanted Zach Orr, right? But sometimes when you assemble your staff, you got to get pieces moving, and you can't sit around. You can't sit around. But what the saving grace is, we're not relying on him to be end-all, be-all, right? And like I said, new brooms sweep the floor good. Old brooms can get corners. But the thing is, here's the other side of the coin. With old brooms or old dogs, it's hard to tell them or teach them old dogs new tricks, right? And what this benefit from the coaching staff collectively is that now you got Schottenheimer, who's the official, right, head coach of this team. Now he can walk around with his chest out and let him swing a little bit down below because he can say, hey, all of these guys, they good. They don't have more experience than me, you know. So that's a major plus for us, right? That's how I'm looking at that. So his name is Doribe. Shout out to him. And we hope all is well. C.J. Allen, anyone? I like C.J. Allen tape. Shout out to you, Brandon. Appreciate you. I think that his tape is pretty good. But neither here nor there, Cowboys. What I'm very excited about is that this particular team, or could still be the inside linebacker coach. This is from Brandon. Yeah, but chances are the staff is completed now, right? And I don't know whether it's a tension that's involved with this because Orr was just coming off of being a DC, right? And a lot of people spit upon, some people, not everybody, but a lot of people spit upon the Ravens defense last season. And they were saying that basically that defense wasn't like defensing like it used to be. But just to look out for the hometown coach there, when you look at Zach Orr's defense last season, they had a bevy of injuries, right? And we're not using that as an excuse, but their defense was still better than ours last season. But let's get with it, Cowboys Nation. The staff that's assembled, and they updated it on the website. Let's start from the top, you know, and then we'll work our way down. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. Hit that like button, share this content, keep the engagement up, and keep it moving for us, all right? As we build the plane, as we fly, put a 1 in the chat if you guys can see this right here. We got head coach Schottenheimer. First year last season, a lot of us looked at him saying, okay, what to expect. And then he was more assertive than what we used to seeing, and he brought a lot of good energy, but it wasn't handed off to the defensive side, right? So we can talk about those things, all right? So he's the creme de la creme. And then now we have the offensive body, right? The work of the offense. Clayton Adams, 7 years into the mix. Junior Adams, they cousins. These guys are brothers, you know what I'm saying, from another mother. Shout out to the Adams. But you can argue across the league, Junior Adams is well respected. Clayton Adams is so good that the Eagles were trying to give away their beaks and feathers to get him, right? And he decided to say, hey, you know, Jerry Jones intervened and said, you know what? You can't have him. You can't have him. He's mine, you know. And the passing game specialist is Ken Dorsey. You know what his resume speak of, especially what he was able to help out Joshua Allen and all of them boys over there in Bills land and beyond. So I do like Ken Dorsey. He's back around. Game management coordinator Ryan Feeder. Appreciate him. Good guy. Good guy. Met him, bumped into him. Really good guy. Good heads and shoulders and all of this good stuff about the football game. And then when we look at the running game, running back coach, we got Bubba Dub. He's been around for 5 years, and I think that he does a great job. Oh, my bad. That's not Bubba Dub. Oh, my gosh. Trash. Ain't that Bubba Dub? That got to be Bubba Dub right there, man. Look up Bubba Dub and that guy, man. They got to be cousins or something. But neither here nor there. Don't come after me, Bubba Dub. We still have offensive line coach Connor Riley. Steve Simcoe is the quarterback coach who does a wonderful job of installing plays and getting things going. Shout out to Steve Simcoe and them. Lunda Wells is still here. He haven't accepted any job so far. So I do like the way where our offense is heading. I want Lunda Wells to get promoted. I want him to get a situation to get more and more experiences as being a play caller and get his well respect. But damn it, I'm good, man. I'm so greedy. I don't want him to go, though. I don't want him to leave at all, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, Lunda, my greedy self over here, Law Nation Sports, said you ain't going nowhere, bro. Keep him for another season. Don't help out Mike McCarthy and them or the Jets, whoever you interview for. You know, I need for you to be still in this kitchen over here cooking. And then we got our new assistant wide receiver coach, and his name is Steve Bravo Brown. I think that's how you say that kid's name. He's our new assistant wide receiver coach, right? And now when we slide over here, appreciate everybody, man. Thank all of you all for tuning in, especially on the IG. We trying to do something new with IG by posting more live content, so I appreciate y'all. Yes, indeed. So shout out to you all that's on the Instagram. Scott Gate, I see you, Brody. Thank you. I see you, VIP. Shout out to you, Ray, as well as Galinda. I think that's how you say your name, and some unknown folks over there. So shout out to you, Jesus. Appreciate you. We got Jesus over there. Or you go by Jesus. You know, shout out to you on the IG. Appreciate you. So let's go ahead and go over the defensive staff committee. Appreciate everybody, man. These are the defensive guys. And the room here, we have the quote-unquote defensive coordinator, Christian Parker. He going to be wet behind the ear. It's going to be some growing pains that we're going to have to live through. But I'll take it. I would take it, man. You know, of course, you got to start from somewhere. Hey, I be hearing people all week and all last week and the week before that, and they were all arguing, hey, he don't have any experience, Law. Hey, we should have went with this guy. We should have went with that guy. But you got to start from somewhere. You got to eventually start from somewhere, right? And we got to figure that out. So with this and that, not everybody's lying, right? And we're going to go over there on the end of the video. Shout out to Clarence Hill, who did a great job of finding all of the people that spoke glowingly of Parker and beyond. And he did say a fair point. And I always say there's a tree is known by the fruit it bears, right? At some point, somebody got to be talking glowingly of your skill sets, your ability to communicate and beyond. And all last season, I couldn't find a video or clip of anyone saying, man, that damn Matt Eberflus, was tough on me, but I learned so much valuable rubies and information for the nation without hesitations nor deviations to the matter of the situation. You know what? All of those things, I haven't found not one person to say those glowingly reviews of Matt Eberflus, right? So now I'm looking at Christian Parker in a different light because there's so many guys speaking glowingly of him, right? So now that we got that understood, we got Marcus Dixon. Since 2024, his D-line created more pressures and more sacks than any team in the National Football League. So now I look at that differently, ladies and gentlemen, because everyone has a reason, but results are what matter, right? You can say a lot of things about, hey, I can do this and I can do that, but what are the results? Right? Because at the end of the day, I'm more so like this.
Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Yeah.
They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us
get on the line, boy, and let's see if that factors in. Yeah. That's me. I want to see what factors in when we get on the line, boy. So, hey, that's how I'm looking at that. And then we got Ryan Smith, who's going to be our secondary guy. I think that, he was very polished. Now, granted, he come from the Arizona land, right? The new guys. Arizona defense was skid marked bad last season, right? But now we have to go into parameters of which part was bad. And Ryan Smith, his part wasn't bad. They allowed the fewest touchdowns from wide receivers in 2024 when he was there on that staff. So those are good things, man. So as long as he can continue to have that, and if that is transferable, because still you got to have the talent. And I look at the Cardinals DB room. I like what he was able to do with Will Johnson and all of them boys. So hopefully that will be transferable to my guy that's over here, Chauvin Revel Jr. So we hope that we can see some transferable stuff. All right, and then we got Derek Ansley. Shout out to him. And we know what his pedigree was. He was on the Green Bay Packers. They were ranked 13th in defense last season. I think that if you start to accumulate these type of guys with creative thoughts and different points of views, boom, a lot of things can change for the good, not the bad. And I think that Derek Ansley, a.k.a. my guy, Okoye Media, because he kind of look like Okoye a little bit, but he got the gray beard and stuff. I hope that he can help out us in so many factors, in so many ways, ladies and gentlemen. And I can only imagine. That this defense can improve just like that. And then, of course, we have Brian Bing. He's been here for a second here with the Cowboys. And then we have J.J. Clark. He's been here. He's a defensive assistant. And then we got Tenzel Smart. Hopefully he will be smart in this situation. And then we got Darian Thompson, the Boise State All-Star secondary / nickel assistant coach who's been in that program for a minute. Shout out to Darian Thompson, who remember him playing on this team. and, of course, you got your familiar cast of characters here. Polk, I thought he got a job somewhere else, but if he's still here, then they didn't update they need to update this. Then you got Sorensen, and then you got Harold Nash and Kendall Smith, and then you got Cedric Smith. I don't know if these brothers are cousins, but you got them two boys, and they the strength and conditioning coach there. All right, so those are your your staff for the 2026. That's your staff. How y'all feel, man, about your staff? Graded from a scale of 1 to 10. And before I move into the next segue here, I just want to let y'all know, man, I love y'all. Oh, yeah, I love y'all, boy. Yeah, I love y'all. Y'all been doing great things for me, and I really appreciate y'all love and adulations for the nation. Appreciate y'all. Sourcing is a cheap. Sourcing is look like a creep. Oh, okay. Oh, my goodness. All right, but before we go a little bit further, let's just say this. I know some of you guys got crust and you're sleepy, but I want you to wake up with this on your mind.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
Download now, obey the law, and use promo code LAW. With that being said, $20 from me to you. See, we nice over here. $20 from me to you is added to your beautiful account. And then when you deposit $50 or $100, they will match up to $100 on your first initial deposit. And that will help you out on selecting your picks for a sleeper. There are some rewards with that, because just like I was talking about the staff, right? How it can flip just like this. Nobody saw this coming. And if you are, shout out to you. But nobody was able to see the Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. What a difference a year make. Now, all I can say is this is a situation in a scenario that the Cowboys, if they like what they're seeing from what we've seen out of the Patriots. Now, the easiest path to the Super Bowl was the Patriots last season. I ain't going to even hold you on that. They just walked right into the graces of God. You know how that goes. And that's a good thing for them. That's why I say football is any given Sunday, and all of those things. And I know we are not able to speak glowingly of the Cowboys and say, hey, man, this is our year. Because every year and every season, people going to ridicule us, mock us, spit upon us. They're going to sully and denigrate us and all of those things when we start speaking things as, hey, man, this can be our year, with a rookie defensive coordinator, right? First time ever calling plays. Hey, every year Cowboys year. Technically, those who say that every year, they are closer to being right than they are wrong, But that's a whole nother map of equations, of conversations. But I can clearly say with you all that I'm extremely proud of the way people speak upon Christian Parker. And on the other note,
Crosby report.
Hold on. It's too fast of that note. On another note, there's nothing better than watching from the outside looking in on this situation, too. I talked about this breaking news while we were live just the other day. And I know this is not Eagles Nation, right? This is Cowboys Nation. But damn it, we love to see the division getting weaker. And the Philadelphia Eagles, Jeff Stoutland, for those who don't know, who's been probably class personified as one of the greatest offensive line gurus, coaches, people fly in to work with him. He got unbelievable skill sets as it relates to obtaining talent, seeing talent, and elevating and growing talent. He's stepping away. About time. It's been 13 years, 13 seasons with him over there in Eagles land. And the last time we had anybody to be even close to him. Well, what's that guy named? His name was Bill on our side. He was the offensive line coach. We only had him for a Costco sample size. You right? What was his name? Y'all help me out. And it's at the tip of my tongue. And he was the last guy we had of this kind of caliber level, right? And we didn't have him for that long of a time. And I'm glad to see this. I'm glad to see that this guy is gone up out of the Eagles' world. Bill Callahan. Yes. That was the last guy we had of that level. No disrespect to Connor Riley. I hope he can achieve the levels of Bill Callahan. Appreciate you. But Callahan was the last great offensive line guy that we had. Right. So, and when Callahan left, we was like, damn. Damn, come on, Jerry, just step out the way, let that man do his thing, But Callahan was a real good offensive line coach for us. And for those who don't know, that's why it's so important to have great coaching. Coaching matters. Let me say this again. Coaching matters. Yeah. Callahan was that dude. Like football purists that's in the chat right now, all in the chat, they saying, yeah, they eat their oodles and noodles. And y'all might be sipping on your coffee. That damn Law, he cooking. Damn, man, that Law telling the truth. Football purists, like people on the outside, the casuals, they like, Callahan, They don't know who Callahan, Joe Houlihan's, Parahans is. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see all of y'all football. Colombo was decent. Though. Yeah, action power. Colombo was very decent. What Colombo brought to the table was physicality. He still had that player's mentality. And Colombo would beat a brother up. You know what I'm saying? So that's just for what it was. And I think that Jerry and them was like, man, that's too much aggressions, man. But Colombo was good. I'll give you that. I would absolutely give you that. Bill Callahan, a.k.a. the running game. Moses, come on, man. Shoot. So shout out to him. Right? And that's what I like to hear and see. And I love watching the downfall and the all of that stuff that they were speaking glowingly of. And now all of a sudden they ain't really going the way that they supposed to be going. And I'm talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. I can't stand them boys, man. And I'm glad that we are able, if we can even the playing field. Of course, they got unbelievable talent, but I think that their talent was very much so squeezed out on the good side from coaching. And it's good to see that those Eagles are not of what they going to be for the 2026 season. All right, so as we pull this up, I'm going to touch on this one more time before we get into the meat and potatoes of our conversation. Let me see if I can pull this up. Appreciate y'all, man. I love it. AI Tisha, can you do me a favor? Can you read what's under Brandon Laurie's Twitter right there? Can you read that out for me? Appreciate you. I love you.
The Eagles' offseason so far. Lost first round of the playoffs at home. A.J. Brown a likely trade candidate. Lost Christian Parker to their rival. Couldn't land a top OC candidate. Vic Fangio may or may not be returning. Jeff Stoutland won't be coaching.
Hey, I love that. Oh, I love it. Hey, if you got it, if you got it, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, put 5 in the chat, man. I just need to see 5 and some fire. I like that 24. 214 business, man. Appreciate you. Yes. And shout out to AI T-shirt, and thank you so much for what you do for the nation. That is something that we all love, man. Eric 8196, appreciate you. Shout out to you. Riley Lewis, thank you for jumping in on the Instagram. Appreciate you. But let's get right to it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around this beautiful globe. Let's listen to what they said about Parker.
What do you know about Christian Parker? Ian Rappaport, obviously.
Christian Parker.
NFL reporter czar.
Christian Parker, man.
I've been hearing about Christian Parker for the last couple of years. I actually, every year, yeah, there we go. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
It's a great, so you don't get any free stuff.
Flexing
yeah,
on.
You wish. So every year, when I make my decisions to go around different teams for training camp, I go to some of the good teams. I go to the teams with new coaching staffs, and I go to the places where I want to meet someone.
Listen properly.
Okay? So a couple years back, I went to Philly because I'm like, I heard they got a secondary coach that is going to be a rising star.
Right.
And that was Christian Parker. And we sat down, and we talked for a half hour, and I left being like, I don't know what that guy's going to do, but he's going to be okay.
Right.
Now, look, defensive coordinator's a different job. I get it. It's all a step up, and we'll see. But I've been hearing about this guy for a while, and I feel like the Cowboys got a really, really, budding star.
Yeah, all we hear is
All right, so with that being said, man, it's always good to hear those things. Now, we got to look for the results now. Give that man his flowers. Make sure we roll out the red carpet in Cowboys world. We roll out the blue carpet, and tell him, hey, we're going to start you out on your good foot, what you want to have, When it's your first year and you entering into the room, we're going to roll out the wine and cheese. What you want, ice in your glass of water. We got the what we got? Okay, we got the alkaline water, we ain't finna give you no faucet water, right? So we're going to roll out all of that good stuff as it relates to him being new in Dallas, right? And that's what I like to hear and see. Now, if he start doing bad, we're going to start switching out that alkaline water to some tap water. And if you do super bad, regardless of who you are, we'll pull some toilet water in there.
That's where the guts was.
We give some color purple water first, though. You know what I'm saying?
genius. He's 33 years old.
So what?
So what?
I knew I was a genius at 33, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
33 is not that young.
It's not
really
that
not
young?
anymore. It's really not.
Okay.
You can't all be Vic Fangio.
I mean, but check this out. 7
Now,
years.
Look, Clarence, man. This man was giving the man flowers, man. What you doing, man?
Look at my African American over here.
Oh,
He
Clarence.
started the league. Quality control coach. 7 years later, the defense coordinator. That's a meteoric rise.
It is.
And we've
I agree.
seen coaches and we've
agree.
seen their journeys.
I agree. However, that's really the only way you get to hire one of these guys.
Right.
That's the only way. Listen properly. Clarence, listen.
Is you got to take a little bit of a leap of faith, and you got to say, I've never seen this guy do this, but I trust based on the tools that he can.
I don't know if you've gotten to me.
Right. So he trusting on the tools of what he can. And of course, 33, I mean, shoot, everybody, let me flip it over here, and I think he's 34. I'm not saying that he can walk on water, nor turn water into wine, right? Jeez. But he can at least point me to the liquor store, right? And that's what Christian Parker should be able to do. But one thing I can say without hesitation nor deviation, everybody that's watching collects wisdom and understanding of the world from a guy that passed away at the age of 33. And his name is JC and them. So don't get me twisted by age and being ageist, because a lot of you guys read this guy's storyline. It was only the last 3 years from 30 to 33. So yes, so you can literally still learn from the youth. Let me know if I'm lying. Come on.
All I ask.
Yeah. So hey.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
Right. So who got that good book and they reading everything in red? That's from a 33-year-old. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm not saying that CP is JC. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But he is Christian Parker. But y'all give me what I'm saying. Come on,
Christian yet?
Not yet.
Super sharp young dude. He was in Denver. That's where I first met him. Obviously,
Right.
spent time with the Eagles. He's trained under Vic Fangio. Everywhere he's been, people talk about him as like he's the next guy. And I give Shotty credit on this. It'd be very easy to go, I'm going to hire whatever. I mean, nothing against older guys, but I'm going to hire some 60-year-old defensive coordinator in
Right.
sports stop. Want the experience. He's going, dude, I want like a young guy with juice. I want somebody who's going to inject something into him because the defense is more talented. They got to figure out the edge rusher spot, but they have upgraded the talent with trading for Quinnen, obviously.
In the interior.
In the interior.
You got
to figure out the corners. You got to figure out the pass rushers. I'm well aware.
They got some linebackers. They need help in a few places.
You do have more players here. Christian is going to bring in a very distinct attitude. Yeah. He's going to bring in a great expertise. I would imagine running a very similar style of defense to what you've seen the Eagles run even last year to win the Super Bowl.
No doubt. All right, so with that being said, Ice Cold Cowboy says, praise be to Christian Parker. Shout out to you, man. I love your energy, bro. Action Power says, Rappaport must be a little person-in-law. Clarence taller than him. Rex! Rex! I'm getting too old for this shit. Rex! That's my favorite movie, Lethal Weapon, man. Y'all go and watch Lethal Weapon this weekend. Shout out to Rappaport and as well as Clarence. Here's what I'm gonna say with all of this, and it's crazy because Danny Glover and what's the other guy, Riggs. Riggs started off young, and by the time the last Lethal Weapon, they were the same age. They both said they were too old for this. Danny Glover never aged. Riggs done caught up with Danny Glover on that damn movie. That was the craziest thing. Here's what I want to say with all of this, and especially with my guy Clarence. It's good that he got to be impartial. It's good that he got to still challenge the mindset. Because y'all know how when Cowboys and Chill goes around, I'm the optimistic one, and he's like the pessimistic prime one. So it's going to be that. Yeah, Mel Gibson. Yeah, Mel Gibson caught up with Danny Glover. True story at the end. They both got old. Rex! All right. Happy belated birthdays from Tyrone and them. Appreciate you, Tyrone. Thank you so much for your birthday wishes. Let me get on moving, man. Y'all know I keep a conversation going long. All right. Let me play this.
Just talk about Christian Parker and what the Cowboys are going to get with Christian Parker.
Yeah, super detail-oriented, smart football mind.
Right.
Very, very good. He's a player's coach. He's always looking at insights from the players and asking us what they like and what they're trying to do as well.
I mean, young guy, 33, the scheme. I mean, what kind is he, a genius? I mean, people call him a genius all the time.
I think.
Hey, man, just take what he's telling you, Clarence. Clarence, just take what he's telling you, man. Zach Bond was, and I'm not beating him up, but he was a nobody, man, before he got to the Eagles. Oh, oops, did I say that out loud? But nah, what we need is a factor like that. Yeah. See, a lot of people thought that Kenneth Murray or Sanborn or Wilson was going to be our version of Zach Bond, and it definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't. So what we need now is some type of person to be in the middle of the field like he was or he is for the damn Eagles. We need that.
He's a genius. He's done some really good stuff for us, and it's worked out really well.
One quick question about Christian Parker. He became a
Christian Parker, and this is Milton. I forgot his first name, but this is Milton, the interior guy.
Cowboys defense coordinator, certainly with the Eagles last year. What are your thoughts on him? What do you know about him, and how do you think he's going to do in Dallas?
Man, he's going to do great out there. Smart dude. Obviously been learning from Fangio for a lot of his career. Smart dude. You see what he's been doing for the DBs in Philly, the young boys, Q and Quignon. Slay was there. No, he know what he's talking about. He got them boys playing. Dallas made a great move going to get him. He gonna do great out there.
Yes, indeed. So those are the words from people. Milton Williams, right? I'm everywhere on that man's name. His name is Milton Williams. Shout out to your hood. That's Hood Quavius. That Hood Quavius, man. Cusherton. Appreciate you, Hood Quavius, man. Appreciate you, bro. When we go over all of that, we do we do get an insight to that. And speaking of Hood Quavius Cushiton, appreciate you from the good hoodie, Kush, the Cushite community. Appreciate you. And if you are going through a little setback, and if you are going through a little anxiety attack, and you want to do it the natural way, the best way, plants over pills way, I got something for you. Life been a little crazy lately. One thing that helped me unwind, cornbread hemp, CBD gummies. Have you been looking for a natural way to relieve stress, aches, and discomfort? Cornbread hemp CBD gummies are made to help you feel better, whether it's stress, discomfort, or just needing a little relaxation for the nation. They only use the best part of the hemp plant, the flower, for the purest and the most potent CBD, formulated to help relieve discomfort and stress. So right now, Law Nation listeners can save 30% on their first order. Just head to cornbreadhemp.com/law and use code LAW at checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/law and use the code LAW. Let's get it. No doubt, use that code LAW. Roll one with the best ones and take one with the best ones with your cornbread hemp and get things going. Hey, my God, Cushites. Oh my gosh, man. Appreciate you, man. I couldn't even get this going without my guys and the Cushites. Appreciate you, man. Thank everybody for rocking and rolling with me. You got to be 21 years or older to participate in that particular fashion there, and join Cornbread Hemp and support the nation in that fashion, and we'll take percentages off. Just be sure that you will hydrate yourself and all of that good stuff, and always reach out to your doctor for any more or suitable advices on that. But if you are absolutely going through anxieties and depressions and all of that stuff, be sure to reach out to our proud partners, Cornbread Hemp. Yeah, Clarence Hill. Y'all crazy. Y'all need to leave Clarence Hill alone. All right, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boy, we got a lot of things to cover today. We do. And let me see if I can pull up another deal here. Are you guys, before we open up the phone lines and stuff like that, how are you guys feeling towards Christian Parker? I just need to know. And, I just saw this. It was just popped up. This Darren Woodson on Christian Parker. I need to hear what he got to say. Hold on. Hold tight. This is new to me.
The norm is you go find a former head coach, and then you bring that former head coach in and put him as a defensive coordinator, and then you go all over again, right? I like the fact that you brought in someone you probably don't know that well.
Right.
He's been on a successful team with the Philadelphia Eagles, and let's break the norms, man. Let's open up another little can and see what Christian Parker can bring. But I'm excited. He's a young guy, man, and I think there's got to be a different push of energy within this defensive staff here with the Cowboys. So I'm excited about it.
I tell you, when you talked about that vein on your neck looked like 635.
Yeah, man, I'm excited about anything that says defense with the Cowboys.
Yes.
Like, yeah. And let's go. Like, offensively, they have weapons. We all know that. Like, they can move the ball down the field. They can hit you, low with Dak and the passing game and long strikes. But defensively is where there's been struggles where you can't get in. So the offense.
Man, one thing I can tell y'all, and all I can say is that defense wins championships. Who's going to win the Super Bowl this weekend will be the team that displaced the most defense. Let me say this again. Whoever's going to win the Super Bowl this weekend will be the team that's going to displace the most defense. Showcase, I meant to say, not displace, but yeah, showcase the most defense. I got my money on the damn Seattle Seahawks. Even though I like the Patriots and what they were able to assemble, I just think that Drake, The moment going to be really big for him, and he can't make any damn mistake out there. Because the moment the Seattle Seahawks get the lead and they can pin those ears back, oh, my goodness. And I know that they're showcasing the rookie. He got hurt in practice this week. Like, how is that even possible, Sway? How you get hurt, rookie? But if you got defense, you have a stronger chance of winning in the National Football League. And then D from DTP on the YouTube says Seattle Seahawks offense is fired too. JSN, hometown kid, he's gonna show up. Cooper Kupp, he's been in that moment before, right? He's been to the Super Bowl 1-1 before, so he's gonna let these guys know what need to do. And then they got run game. Let me tell y'all something. The teams that dangerous. Let me put it on the bigger camera. Them teams that's dangerous are always that team. They got run game and good defense. Well, damn it, the Seattle Seahawks got great defense and they got good run game. Can y'all let me know what travels? What travels in the National Football League? What travels? Defense travel. What travels on offense? Run game travels. That's football 101. And they playing, their circadian rhythm is already intact. They playing on the West Coast. Now, I don't know the Illuminati and the Bohemian Grove and the Rothschilds and all of this stuff that they might do over there for the Patriots to get their circadian rhythm going. But it's 9 times out of 10. The team that's more comfortable, the team that knows how to travel well with defense and as well as that run game. Woo! What I'm saying is the Cowboys, if you look up the 5 Super Bowls that they did win, I know we talk about the Roger Staubach, we talk about Troy and them, but the reality of it, they had them 2 things. Run game, defense. If you think I'm lying, just Google. I know most of y'all are not old enough to remember, but Google Doomsday, right? Right? Just Google it and let me know what they were able to do to teams. And just look up the 90s defense. And you already know what's understood don't have to be explained when you start talking about 22. Just look them up. The Cowboys never won a Super Bowl without having a top 10 defense, is what I'm trying to get at. Cowboys, if you're smart and wise, look up the identity of what your team was when you were winning and replicate that. The Cowboys fell in love for the last 30 years, 30 seasons, primarily only focusing in on one side of the ball is offense. Law, do you have any truth? Even in 2014, guess who won Offensive Player of the Year? That was our year. We had the run game. We didn't have Tony Romo throwing the ball all over the field. People fail to realize we were running that ball. We just couldn't match it on defensive side. And what the Cowboys do the following year, they blew it up in 2015. All they had to do was get the damn defense together. But that's a whole nother conversation, man. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Let's listen to this.
Always has to be perfect because the defense can never get there. They can never allow you to make mistakes because they can't pick up the slack. The norm is you go find a.
That was Darren Woodson, man, Woody, and these sorts of things. DeMarco Murray was the guy in 2014. 16, we had a decent, favorable defense, but it wasn't really like a defense that can force anything as far as pressure. We didn't have that thing what people were saying now, the war daddy, right? Aaron Rodgers literally was able to carve us up in that postseason game. That's why to this day I can't stand Aaron Rodgers, man. You know, everybody giving him flowers and stuff with that catch of predator face. I can't stand damn Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy been a thorn in my side for many a moons, man. I can't stand them boys, man. Even when Mike McCarthy got here, I said, come on, I know we're going to win some postseason games now, even though he went 12-5, 12-5, 12-5. But that Mike McCarthy, sir, let me chill. Shout out to Mike McCarthy and them. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I have multitudes of other segments that we can get into, but since we are pressured for time, let's go ahead and kick this off for everyone.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
Be sure to reach out to our proud partners, Frenkel & Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers, backed by a combined of 100 years of experiences. Yeah, they are not vampires, by the way, but they've been around for a long time, and they will fight for you day and night. Vampires can only operate at night. You get what I'm saying? But 214 in all threes or 817 in every three you can dial. Keep this onto your mental mindset. If you can't dial that number, somehow your phalanges are gone, but you can still go to the website. That's frankelfirm.com with voice command, and someone there will be able to assist you on your journey of getting represented by the #1 personal injury lawyers in the state of Texas, Frenkel & Frenkel. Let's get it. Now, my hotline for your mind is 657-390-7391. Come on, baby. All right, I got the first caller. Shot caller. A baller from the 214. Darius, you're live on the nation, presented to you and brought to you by FrankelFirm.com. Man, what you got for me, dog?
Law, what's happening? Can you hear me good?
Man, I can hear you well, man. What you got for me, man? What you got for me, bro?
Yeah, I just want to run down a few of the ESPN topic lines.
Okay.
And you'll see where I'm going with this, like, once I get to it. So, It was the Mavs AD trade.
Okay.
Tom Brady Patriots drama. Wow. Mike Tomlin status. Josh Allen choked in the playoffs.
Wow.
And then way down, Cowboys George Pickens. Now this on Super Bowl week. You know, I kind of heard you say that, you know, and I heard other people say it as well, like they very Cowboy centric, which they are, but
right.
I just gave you the rundown, you know, on ESPN what they be talking about.
So before you go into that, because I know your point, you know, on that one too, are they talking about the epic collapse and the fall of the damn Eagles at all on that run sheet? see, I see. Come on, man, you can't do this to me. You know, this is what I do over here. You know, if you were to have that going on in Dallas, right, man, everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, Tupac, and Biggie coming up out of the grave will be talking about that. You know, and the GP storyline is the only reason why, because they try to use that from what happened last season with Parsons, right? And the season for that with C Dangerous Lamb. So what I'm getting at still, they scrambling and scraping. I guarantee you, out of all of those segues and those points that they trying to make, ESPN trying to make, I guarantee you, still the most buzz is the damn George Pickens conversation. Jerry's just not giving them no material no more. And I love that. I absolutely love that Jerry is somewhere in witness protection. I don't know what happened to him. You know, maybe the Bohemian Grove blood sacrifice, reptilian blood sacrifice thing didn't go through. I don't know. But, hey, Jerry Jones not speaking is a great news for us, but it's bad news for the NFL.
Yeah, no, I got your point. I know some people gonna, you know, disagree.
I know.
What I'm saying, but I'm just saying, like, it's not a full blown Cowboy show. You know.
Anymore.
Of course, the Cowboys. You know, it's the Cowboys. It's America's team. You know what I'm saying? So they, you know, they gonna talk about that a lot because that it does give the buzz. You know, of course. But I'm saying, like, at the same time, it's not just a Cowboy show. The other thing I wanted to say too is I heard a lot of people saying that Ocho be hating on the Cowboys, bro. He really don't, because I really be now Shay Sharp. You know, Shay Sharp, he do be saying some wild stuff, you know. But Ocho, he normally call it straight down the middle. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to the Cowboys. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you played the clip about Ocho and Shay talking about the whole George Pickens topic in the contract. You know, some people, if ruffles feathers, you know, what they're saying. And I didn't. I see you campaigning hard for GP. You campaigning your ass off.
Hell yeah.
I'm with you.
Because days of the James Washington, no offense to you, James, man, I got your DM, but the days of James Washington and Noah Browns and T.Y. Hilton, that need to be swept. Like, we need the kind of calibers of
because we definitely need it, because, you know, just in case one of them go down, God forbid, Lord forbid CD go down, Lord forbid GP go down.
Facts.
We gonna need the other to step up, and we still got Flownery. We still got the boy Flownery, and Zeraquee. You know, we still got all these, you know, guys in the mix. I know he's not a receiver, but we still got, you know, different role players in the mix, just in case. But I'm with you. We definitely need them. But you know, I understand from GP's perspective, you want him to get the most possible, and enough is not going said with CD. But CD really, like, he can really be a F-boy in this situation. I don't want to say the other word. He can really be a whole, you know, a menace, and he can really shortstop this whole situation. But I love how CD is like, nah, I want my boy to get that bread. Give him that money. I don't got no problem. And then I know I'm kind of going on a rant, but I just got to throw CD some love, because he can, like, how he ushered in this whole thing with George Pickens. He been a big brother. You know, it's going unsaid how, bruh, CD really is the reason why George Pickens is kind of here like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he get enough love. You know what I'm saying? We all shit on CD about, oh, he not this, he ain't that. But damn, the man really is kind of making George Pickens feel comfortable as hell. That's going unsaid.
Yeah. I mean, you want that, and of course the world and the league have changed, right? You know, you see it all the time in basketball. You know, super teams that's winning, right? People recruiting other guys to be on the team, whereas in the '80s and the '90s, none of that recruitment stuff was there, right? There was a vivid opportunity for back in the days for Michael Irvin and Tim Brown and Alvin Harper to be all on the same team, but Michael Irvin was like, shoot,
hell no. Yeah. He's not on my one. He wasn't playing that.
Michael Irvin wasn't here like, nah, that's my ball. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted the ball more than Alvin Harper wanted it, right? Because that's just how it is. But now we living in a world, man, that we've been starved of any Super Bowl or super plate or super fork. We haven't had none of that stuff, you know? So we like, man, give us the super team. Give us guys that we can ultimately make plays with, because at the end of the day, we are living in ring culture, championship culture, and just being good enough is not good enough for the National Football League. So you got to get you a ring, and if GP willingly to stay here for a little less, there'll be a plus. And all of the people are advocating, saying, Jerry, whatever you need to do, I'm willing to sacrifice my contract. Yeah, I take some off of mine. I think that CD Lamb said it as well. So there's no excuses. Zero, zilch of us not signing, you know what I'm saying, not having the ability to sign GP for an extended contract, because everybody was saying that they are willing to take money off of their contract to make sure that he can get paid so he can be here.
And I want George Pickens to get his bread too, overall. Like, cause I, just as a man, just as a person, I want that man to get paid the most that he's worth. You know what I'm saying? Because he really did. He showed out. He was one of the top 5 receivers in the league. You know what I'm saying? So I want him to get bread. You know, even if it's with us or if it's not. But I would prefer that it is with us. You know what I'm saying? Just as a fan, on some fan type stuff. But overall, I got the Patriots in the Super Bowl. To me, they just look too, you know, disciplined. I get
they are a little bit more disciplined than the Seattle Seahawks. I'll give you that. Yeah.
It looked like, you know, the Seahawks got a super team, which it looked like they do. But I'm gonna just go with the team that looked more like a team, play more as a team. You know what I'm saying? With less. But overall, I rock with you. I appreciate you for letting me call in, and I'm gonna holler at you. Keep doing your thing.
No doubt, man. That's Darius, man, from the 214, the first caller of the hour here. Appreciate everybody, man, for rocking with me and jotting down all of this good information. If we still live on the IG, appreciate y'all so much. I see you, Con Monterey, man. Appreciate you. Monterey, man, I appreciate you, man. We got an event a little later on today between 5 and 8. It'll be at Concrete Cowboys. So if you guys are near or close to the Star in Frisco, be sure to reach out and come to the Concrete Cowboys between 5 and 8. We'll have a networking social meeting. Shoulder to shoulder is going to be bomb.com. I got from the 901. You're live on the nation, presented to you by FrankelFirm.com.
Shout out All Nation. Shout out Memphis. Shout out Cowboy Nation. Shout out TSU. Shout out JSU. Shout out FAMU.
Yo.
Shout out Southern. Shout out Morehouse. Shout out Spelman. Shout out Delta State. Shout out Lemoyne here in Memphis.
Yeah.
In town the house. Let's go. Let's get it. Cowboy Nation, man. Take this in, man. We should be there.
Yeah.
We should be there. Y'all can't sit here and tell me we're not better than the Patriots. We're not better than Seattle. We're not better than San Fran, Philly, all the playoff teams, LA. We are supposed to be here. Take this in. Suck it up. Deal with it. Get mad. Get angry. George Pickens, I want you to try something different. Show up. Go to training camp. Put in the work. Don't disrespect the game. Don't hold out. You're going to get your money. You're going to be the highest paid receiver. Get your body right. Get your timing right with Dak so we can get this thing going so you can break records. CD, take a back step. Let George Pickens shine. And I'm going a little off script now. I served in the Marine Corps, and whenever the new soldiers will come in, the new Marines, especially the minorities, we get them together, we grab them, and we teach them, and we take care of them. And that's what I see Christian Parker doing. He's forming his own BGA, the Black Guerrilla Army. Let's go. Let's get it. In China House. I'm out.
Look at my African-American.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. And for the 901, man. But when I held that 9, all I could see was my mama's eyes, man. Appreciate you, man. Oh, my goodness, man. That now, whoever come in behind him, man, Lord have mercy, man. My guy, always delivering and bringing nothing but the best as relates to his shout outs, man. And that's one of my favorite callers, man. There's something about vibrational energy, frequency, and we are those type of things, by the way, that just also just give me a look amp that I'm ready to run through a wall, man. So next time when y'all hear I say for the 901, just turn your phones down just a little bit if you want to keep in control of your eardrums. But man, I do love that energy. I do love that aspect of what he brings to the table. I agree with him. No one absolutely saw that particular team, these two teams will be in the Super Bowl. And if you were, you're not being real with us on this type of thing. But let's go. Appreciate y'all, man. All right. Give me 1 second here. Got to reload my IG. Appreciate y'all so much just tuning in over here. Just bear with me. IG let me know that I went over my time. So call-ins, Q&A, and y'all bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hold tight because I got the next caller on from the from the Detroit area. So hold on tight for me. Call-ins. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Boy, we building the plane as we fly. That's what we do over here. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't die. We just multiply. So while I'm doing that, let me multitask a little bit. See, this is what you do when you don't have a producer and all of this stuff. You got to do everything from cradle to grave. But while I'm doing that, I got my brother from another mother. No other don't look like Danny Glover, but keep it good with us. From the 313, G, Cuddy, you're live.
Law, you got it, man. You got it.
Yeah.
Doing the work of 10 men.
10 mans, man. Yeah.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Love.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I really like what the Cowboys been doing. It is a change. It's a departure from what we've seen recently.
Right.
You know, the DC, moves and filling up that staff and bringing in young guys too. These brothers are getting a chance and they've earned it. It's not like you just throwing this. I mean, these guys have very good, reputations that have been built.
Right.
And so it's refreshing to see, what they're going to do with, a lot of their skill sets and things. And what also works is you have to remember a guy like Jerry, he got an ego and things, right?
Right.
So it's less of, I'm going to be competing against some almost relative unknown, as opposed to you bring in some established guy, and if things turn around, he gonna get more credit than Jerry, because that's the problem. You know what I mean? Jerry wants the credit. Jerry wants the limelight. So that works in that regard. To have these guys in here. What I want to see is, like, I think free agency is going to be because
that's going to be the pivotal part, the free agency, right? On how we move. Yeah. We don't spend more than $6 million in free agency. We haven't did it in, I believe, 15 to 20 years on the first opening of free agency. So that's one of the things that we're going to have to pivot and say, okay, what did New England do to get here? What did the Seattle Seahawks do to get there? You get what I'm saying? What did they do? And football is designed to be a copycat league, right? You got to copy from those who are consistently finding themselves in good, favorable spots. And we got to do that. You're right.
I want to see, because you have to have a mixture of course, you got to get some established guys, what they're bringing, but then you have to bring in some young up and coming guys too, because that's the way you make the money work. So I don't know if it's Will or whoever, but somebody in there's got to say, okay, look, this guy's a 2 or 3 year player here, might not have been an all pro yet, and might not have made the Pro Bowl, but look, this guy's on the fringe or something. If we put him in the right place, boom, he's gonna grow. So we have to bring a skill set in the guys. Some of these guys gonna, of course, need to be veterans.
Right.
Then we need some guys that are, like I said, just ready to make that next step, and we got to identify them. It takes a mixture, because you get back to that salary cap again. And so the question I had for you, because the message is convoluted. People were talking about the salary cap the last couple of days and talking about, the Cowboys are over again and all this. But I'm like, well, wait a minute. We got money from last year we didn't spend.
Big fact.
So, like, how does help me out with that a little bit? Because I've been busy at work.
No. You good. The Cowboys do have a trend of not spending money, because they ultimately believe in their philosophy. And sometimes people can have strongholds on philosophies. Like, there's people literally think that it's a good idea to put raisins in damn potato salad, right? And no matter how you tell them, hey, man, the raisins, that's kind of like overkill, we don't need the raisins. And their philosophy over the period of years been consistently putting raisins in the damn potato salad. So what we're trying to do now is to tell the Cowboys, hey, it's okay to believe that you are a draft and developing team, but you got to also add in free agency. You got to add in movements of guys that you no longer see as of value to get something back in return. There's a long list, longer than Shaq feet, of guys that we had here that we got nothing back in return. Like DeMarco Murray, we got nothing back in return. Cole Beasley, we got nothing back in return. Dez Bryant, when he was left, nothing back in return. Tony Romo and them, we got nothing back in return. DeMarcus Ware, we got nothing back in return. Martellus Bennett, we got nothing back in return with guys who played here with the silver and blue and the star on the side of their helmet. They either retired, got injured, or moved on, played to the end of life of their contract. We got nothing back in return. So the Cowboys need to figure out that part of the conversation of the players that they accumulate.
Yeah, and they used to say Belichick in his prime when things were going well.
Right.
He moved on guy earlier than later. You know what I mean? And
right.
So and that helped them with their cap. So sometimes people, can you believe they let I forget what the was it Richard Seymour, like a bunch of guys.
Chandler Jones was one of the guys that they let go right before. It was like, damn, he had 12 or 13 sacks, but they were able to will and deal. They saw something out of Jimmy Garoppolo and said, you know what, we're going to deal him, right? They didn't hold on to him forever in their life. They did the same thing with Matt Castle, whoever. So they know how to move on from guys that they develop a little too soon versus a little too late. And the Cowboys, in my opinion, in the last 30 years, 30 seasons, that's been one of their Achilles heel. They hold on to someone too long, they get nothing back in return, or when they do move on from someone, it's out of personal feelings and they fool around and operate out of emotions. The whole Amari Cooper thing, for us to get a bag of chips and Matt, well, let's go, was crazy, right? That trade never materialized into anything that was great. So the Cowboys need to fix that problem up. Not to beat them up during this offseason, but these are the realities of it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And look, if they get all that together, then we really right direction. The thing, this defense at 32 ain't nowhere to go but up. I think you said that every day.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So if we can exercise some patience, if we can see some movement, meaning bring in some guys, we let them put the scheme in. We see this defense trending upwards. If the offense can stay at that elite level,
right,
and the defense can like you said, if we can move that thing up, 5-6 spots at least, that'll put us in a whole different plane.
No doubt.
So anyway, that's all I got. Last thing I said is, as Biggie once said, if you don't know, now you know. How about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? Appreciate you, man. You have a good day and a better tomorrow, bro. That's my guy, Cuddy, man, from the 313. So, with that being said, like I'm not beating up the Cowboys now. I'm giving them chances and opportunities to shine and continue to get things going. Ice Cold Cowboys says, I'm a legit chef. I don't ever use raisins in anything. Man. And no offense to raisins. Raisins are pretty good, good source of nutrients and all of this stuff, But just don't put them in potato salads, But I feel what you're saying. So y'all get with what I'm saying, too, by the way. So when we start talking about this particular team going into this 2026 season, we have the possibility. The blueprint is there. We got two teams that's in the Super Bowl right now. That if you are not a diehard Patriots or a Seattle Seahawks fan, you didn't see them coming. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see them going all the way, But I do like the notion that organizations win championships. And organization-wise, if you get to that level, because you can argue that in the last 10 to 15 years, those two teams been there. They done that. All right, I got from the 484 Hood Quavius Cushiton from the Good Hoodie Kush podcast, man. You're live on the Nation, man. Talk to us, man.
What's the deal, Law? I wasn't planning on calling in today because it was going to be a nice little ride to work. Just got finished twisting up my namesake, that good cushion. But a couple of callers back urged George Pickens to do something different. Do something. One, he's never missed training camp. Mm-hmm. Even if he was unhappy. This is his first season here. Mm-hmm. He was here for what little training camp that he had.
Right.
I don't think that he's going to be much like everybody keeps putting this. Well, he had issues in Pittsburgh. They keep putting this on this young man. What issues have you seen? What, he slowed up on a few routes? You know what I'm saying? What receiver doesn't? You know
Facts.
Like let's be real here. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody who feels it, and then to say, CD, I need you to take a step back. Why?
Oh yeah, I didn't want to correct him on that, but I do like the way that you said it. Like, TD don't need to step back. You're right. We need to have everybody stepping forward. And stereotypes are stereotyps, man. You look at GP, you see the shiesty mask, you see the face that he have out there, and you see the braids and or the hair locks or what have you. And it's the reason why, people will have him painted into a corner as a villain, and they vilify him for those type of things because of what he perceived to be, right? But when he opened up that mouth and he started speaking, everybody it changes the whole dynamics. Like, dog, it's kind of like, have you ever seen that comparison of Martha Stewart and Snoop? And they said one of these people are a felony. You know what I'm saying? And everybody said Snoop got to be a felony, right? You know what I'm saying? And Martha Stewart over there, she got to be the innocent dove. That's what I believe collectively that the NFL and all of the people did. Yeah.
Not realizing Martha Stewart did 18 months in the federal penitentiary.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Come on, man. That's just all that was. You know what I'm saying?
It just amazes me how. Now it's not everybody. It's not
everybody. It's not everybody. Yeah.
For the most part, the ones that are this way, they understand who I'm talking to. Can't we just have something nice?
Yeah.
Like, what is this trade George Pick? What are you talking? We finally got 2 great wide receivers. Shut up. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Like, it's not hard. It's something I tell. I give a little life coaching to some of my friends, and they say they have a hard time with their lady and stuff like this.
Okay.
This may sound kind of bad, but I'm going to say it anyway. There's only 3 things we need from our women.
Wow.
It's the 3 S's.
Okay.
It's the 3 S's. Okay?
Well, okay.
I'm going to say it. Sex, silence, and sustenance.
Wait a minute. Sex, silent, and who?
It's sustenance. Food. Feed me. F me. Shut the fuck up. I'm not saying you can't talk. I'm not saying you can't tell me how bad your day was. I'm not saying that we can't have a conversation. Just keep that dumb stuff to yourself.
Yeah.
Just keep that dumb stuff to yourself. Like, come on, man. Can't we just have something like everything's going fine, and then out of nowhere, you want to come at me with the dumb stuff? I don't want to hear that. Everything's going great.
Everything going great. So the 3 S's, man. Sex, silence, and salad and a sandwich, man.
Yeah. Sex, silence, and a sandwich. It's not hard. Just feed me a little bit. That's all I had. But no.
Oh my God.
As far as Christian Parker,
right.
I like the hire.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to sit here and put a grade on anything yet because we haven't seen anything yet. You know what I'm saying? The defensive staff is shaping up. Let's give these guys some time to actually see what they can do. Like, I'm not gonna put Shady. I'm not gonna put Shotty under a microscope over a 7-9 in 1 year in his first year.
Right.
Did you do that to Jimmy Johnson?
No.
He did not.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But yet we had coaches here who had 2 in 16 years or 2 in 14 years. I mean, like a 1 in 15 year. Like, come on,
man.
So let's not do this. Let's give these guys some time to gel. Let's give them some time to do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Just be a fan. That's it. Enjoy what you got. Enjoy what you got until it's gone. Because y'all keep calling for Dak Prescott. I don't know why, but once he's gone, y'all gonna be mad. Like, damn, Dak was 10 times the quarterback this guy was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking crazy about the man now. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like,
but man, Hood Quavius. Appreciate you, man.
You know what I'm saying? This your boy Hoodie Kush. I'll be back soon. I'm thinking more draft season.
No doubt.
Free agency draft season is where you'll get to see me a lot more. But, Law, keep doing what you're doing, man. Don't sweat the small stuff. And happy belated birthday to you. You heard? Y'all be good.
Thank you, man. That's my guy, man. Hood Quavius Cushiton, man, from the Cushites, you know, and also from the community of
smoke weed every day.
Come on, man. You know, and the last time I heard sex, silence, and sandwich, because that's what my guy, he used to say this all the time on his show. Hey, Kevin Samuels. That's what all I thought about when he said that. Now, for all my manospheres out there, he right, you know. Yeah. Come on. Y'all riding with me? Come on. It's not hard to fool Law, baby. I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah. Come on with it. Yeah. The sounds of soft souls and hits and oldies. Boy, I can't stop the song now. Hey. All right. What we tell them? What we tell them, baby? Yeah. Sex. Silence. Sandwich. All right, man. All right. Ladies, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me, man. Like Hood Quavius would say, he's trying to save lives out there. I got from the 979, but when I held that 9, all I could see was my mama's eyes. What you got for me today, man? What you got for me? Jeez.
Hey, man, shout out to Hoodie, man.
Yeah. Oh, and let me put some cover over it. Those thoughts are independent of Hood Quavius Cushington, you know. Law is not telling the ladies sex, silent, sandwich, you know. Law Nation is an independent views of all of that, you know. I love the ladies. Come on, you know.
Hey man, we in it to win it, man.
Yeah, you got to be in it to win it, man. Yeah. I'm like, what happened to Law, man? Why you sleeping outside, man? He in the doghouse, man. Yeah. Hey, I just decided to sleep outside with the dogs, man. It was my choice, man. It was my decision, right? But keep going.
man, Law, you gonna be out there doing all your lives inside of a tent?
Mm-hmm.
And like, Law, what you doing, man? Man, I'm just out here chilling, man. Nah, but in all seriousness, Law, So I guess I got just two quick questions. Why do you think there's been like, I guess, a sudden change when it comes to the coaching staff? Because I mean, this is definitely a lot different than what we're used to seeing from, you know, the organization. Why do you think there's been a sudden change?
I think that me, Boss Cowboys Sports, and a few other content creators, I think that we start hitting the Joneses a little bit too hard as it relates to the melanations of the coaches or the creativity of the coaches and the conversations of, are the Cowboys doing everything in their power to win? Because they did everything for 30 years, 30 seasons the same way, and there is no ultimate definitive results of being successful. So can they go against the grain at least once? And this is their chance to go against the grain. So I think that all voices do matter. You know, we are the voice for the voiceless. We have the pulse of the community way before I think, put it like this, and I'm not trying to beat up the Dallas local media, nor the 3-letter to 4-letter network, but we know more emotionally about this team than they can ever even imagine.
Yeah.
We know more. Like we absolutely know more about this team than they can even think of.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm 100% with you on that. Because we already know how these networks and those radio stations are. Me personally, I don't even think that they're. Well, I know for sure the guys on the 3-letter, 4-letter network. I know they're not fans, of course, but I think the people that even work for those stations, I don't think that they're really fans. I think they're just. You know, that's just a job to them, and you know, it is what it is on that. So, you know, they're definitely not like you guys, like you, Boss, Big Game, James, J Tuck, and all you guys. I know I'm forgetting some of them, but all y'all are like actually into it, man. Y'all the ones who really the real fans are not, you know. So So yeah, I appreciate your answer on that one. I guess one last question. You can by all means drop me down. Let's just say hypothetically, Jeremiah Love and Caleb Downs are both at 12. Who are you taking?
Ooh, jeez. You put that. Oh Lord, that's gonna be That's tough, man. That's so damn tough, man. We didn't need a running back when we drafted Emmitt Smith. We needed more help on defense than anything, right? And we need a whole bunch of stuff now as it relates to defense. One can argue what can make this decision a whole lot easier is predicated upon what they do in free agency. So if they get let's say, for example, I don't know if Travis Etienne is a free agent or not. If he is, let's say we scoop him up and then we re-sign Javonte Williams. Then it's a no-brainer. I get Caleb Downs, and I'm sitting here saying, okay, I got Caleb Downs now, right? If he falls to the 12th spot, and then I'm just moving on, right? But if we don't do none of those things, meaning that we go into this draft hungry, right? And we start doing irrational things when you're shopping on an empty stomach. So it's hard. I can't give you that answer right now, bro. I can't, man. I can't.
I definitely can respect that. Yeah, you just like you can't be going on empty stomach home. That's when you start grabbing the honey buns and the zebra cakes and all that other stuff. Right. You know so I'm definitely with you on that one, man. That's definitely a tough call. So I can respect that, but as always, Law, man, I appreciate it. I'm gonna stay tuned in, my man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you. That's my guy DP from the 979. But when I held that 9, all I can see was my mama's eyes. My thoughts of this, and shout out to my guy Vach Lombardi, who brings the party. Gerald Beasley said Vach Lombardi called out Eberflus. Well, Vach is part of the new media. Shoot. Anytime you go on there and have a do-rag on and some shades, you know what I'm saying? Like that stuff that we brought, nobody's doing that. Like the whole ideology of Shay Sharp coming out there when he was working with the networks with the cigar sticks and the masks and stuff, that come from us. All of this stuff that y'all seeing on the 3-ladder, the 4-ladder networks, that come from us, man. And shout out to my guy Vach Lombardi. I hope he continue to excel and do great things for the Cowboys community and beyond. But regardless of what it is, he's from this cloth, right? He's from us, So and that's just for what it is. That's from what it is. Shout out to him though, and if he called out Matt Eberflus, that's a plus, right? It's just granted that we got to call a spade a spade. Now the 3-ladder, the 4-ladder networks, and some of the other guys that's working on the communities of quote-unquote local media, they can't do that. WFAA can't get out here and say the things that I said with Bohemian Grove and Reptilian Blood. Them jokers going to get walking papers, They're going to say, hey, buddy, the way how our sponsorship dollars are aligned, we just can't say those type of things, And on these other networks, they can't have people calling in talking about sex, silence, and sandwiches, to women. I can hear right now somebody over there saying that, and all of a sudden, damn, she talking about SA charges and stuff, man. So, and right now, as you guys can see, we've been live for more than an hour, right? Other networks, they can't do that. They gave you 30 minutes, 45 minutes, kiss you, and go on by. You know what I'm saying? They said, hey, thank y'all for jumping in. We got to go, But shoot, by me being independent, I don't operate between no time frames or no box or no window, right? So that's just how it goes. So that's why we did 57 million views in the last 90 days or what have you. Nobody. And I can say this with strong strength. And that's on one platform. Nobody's generating those type of viewerships, right? 57 million views. They're not doing those numbers, right? But I am, I'm just saying, oh my goodness. Yeah, 30 minutes with 20 commercials. I did everything scrambling and scraping over here. Yes, indeed. Producer scrambling and scraping. because I'm cradle to grave law. Man, if I had a producer in my ear, man, we would have even more. We would have probably 90 million views. But that's a whole nother conversation for the nation. And shout out to Shay Shay. I'm not talking about him and his podcast, but they pay for their views. Oops. I got from the 910, you live on the nation. Smoke one. What's good, brother?
Bro, Lord Nation, what's up, brother?
What's up, man? What's good with you, man?
Law, bro. Look here, bro. I'm gonna say my man is new shoes.
New shoes.
We got these new shoes. Bro, what they gonna say? Listen, Law. Hey, for no fact, man. I hope we got Darian Thompson going as a linebacker coach, bro.
Darian Thompson. No, he's part of that.
Darian Thompson.
Darian Thompson. You know, he's part of that coaching development league. So they got him on as an intern. He's been there for like 2 or 3 years at that spot.
Yeah. Bro,
yeah.
Really, who we got left for the Eberflus regime? Is anybody else left on that daggone defense, or is everybody gone?
Let me double check, man. Let me double check this right quick.
I'm looking at who we getting, but who is gone? I don't know who that. I want them all gone, bro.
You want to go back to the biblical days? Leave no child alive. Kill them all. That's the direct message from God. There's always that one that you leave to come back and hunt you down the stretch. I think Brian Bing was here last season, if I'm not mistaken, and Darian Thompson, and I think Tenzel Smart. He came in at the edge of it, but these guys, these are very, very much so ancillary pieces. I'm looking at the people that's going to make immediately impact, and that's a Marcus Dixon, right? I can literally stand tall and say, hey, with his references, I don't know about you all, but this dude trained Aaron Donald, you know. So I would like to have that on my side, right? And who do we got close to Aaron Donald? Maybe nobody, but damn it, Quentin Williams somewhere on the same street, you know. They might not be in the same house, but they're on the same street. Is how I'm looking at this, you know.
He's better than that daggone white cotton. That's
white cotton, black cotton, blue cotton. It was no winning cotton.
Okay, what color is it?
He no longer, he going to the Tennessee now, so shoot. My guy for the 901 gonna be like, shout out white cotton, shout out black cotton, shout out gold cotton, but we got the best cotton.
Bro, you got me dying over here.
I was gonna ask Smooth. I said, "What going on with Glorilla?" I didn't know she had a real legitimate sister. You know what I'm saying? That's out there talking about, "Hey, you didn't give me no house or monies." You know? I like, what Bow Wow and gain some weight, man.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on, wasting my time now. Come on.
That's one of the problems right there. When you make it, and you are Smoke successful, like you got all of them damn cars over there. I seen your car lot. You know, when you are successful, no, you trying to be humble. When you got all of them, see, I already know. I ain't gonna get you in trouble with the IRS and them, and Ashaniqua talking about child support. But what I'm saying is, when you successful, everybody want to tell you how to spend your money, man. Glorilla have every right to do what she needed to do for her father, and maybe her mom wasn't like that in her life. But the sister come out spreading all that stuff. Sure, she had 4 or 5 years. Let me have a successful brother. I'll be all on the stream. I'll be like Puff Daddy in the videos. Then that's all she had to do.
You're fool, man. Hey, but for real, man, I got one more thing, man. I'm gonna get off this phone before you gotta be crying, laugh. My chest hurting right now, dog. Hey, look, man. Another thing I really hate, man, I saw watching on TV, man, Ocho talking about trying to get rid of Pickens, bro. That was ridiculous. Did you ever see him? You saw the last little episode with him and Shay talking to Chase and Higgins. Did you ever see him glaze another damn wide receiver talent like that, bro? But he want to undermine us? What is that all about? Like
Man.
they can have Higgins and Chase, but we can't have Lamb and Pickens. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
Come
it's
on,
crazy.
That's crazy.
And we can create any math problem. We can solve it right here because we got the money that we can move stuff around, right?
We sure do.
Yeah,
We sure
and
do.
in 3 years, the salary cap is projected to explode at least 50 to 60 million dollars. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's the biggest farce, man, ever, man. When people say we can't afford the salary cap, I just think that's just bullshit news because you can sign anybody and you can put voidable years and there's no stipulations on the length of voidable years that you can add to a contract. So, I mean, a lot of people miss me with all of that. You know, you can get any player you want. You just are you willing to do it? You know,
and are you willing to spend? Are you willing to spend that money you have? That's all it is. That's all it takes. But listen, Lost, I'm gonna go ahead and go, bro. I just want to say, you know, I haven't been on here long, man. I want to holler at you, bro. It's been a long time. I'm gonna try to catch back up again, but I've been doing a lot of things in the background. You ain't been seeing it, but I've been doing a lot of things, man.
I appreciate you, and hey, you were one of the first ones to talk to me about that 5'9" phenom, D'Angelo Pons. You know, so yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, keep sending me that stuff, man. I might not hit you that day. But I'm always looking for information and stuff because it's just me. I'm cradle to grave law over here. So I appreciate you,
bro.
bro.
You know, I'm there for you, man, all the time. I see y'all stuff all the time. I don't care about y'all responding back to me. I'm pretty sure y'all see it. So, one more thing. That UTSA linebacker, do not sleep on him. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
I ain't saying nothing else. Don't sleep on the boy. Hey. Watch him. Pay attention. I want nobody to talk about him as much. I hope the Cowboys are watching him because he is like that.
Yeah, he like that for real, bro. Appreciate you,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir, bro.
Yes, indeed. Let's smoke one for you, man. That's his name too, by the way. And
smoke weed every day.
Yeah. So if y'all be sure to follow him, find him, smoke one for you, man. He does a great job with all of the great information. Ice Cold says 5'9". What's her name? Yeah. Man, D'Angelo Pons, man, he's feisty. He kind of got me in a mindset of like a Jordan Lewis type. He can play outside though. He can play outside at 5'9", and he a tackling machine. Who I can comp him to? I don't want to say the Honey Badger. I don't want to say the guy that played for what's it, McDuffie? That played for the Kansas City Chiefs? Or is it Meek Robertson? I'm not going to comp him to any of those guys. What's going to happen is when the combine hit, you're going to see the measurables of some fellows. Hopefully they measure him at 5'10", you know, but he's 5'9". I'm thinking that I'm looking at Caleb Downs. I don't think that he's 6 foot. I think Caleb Downs is going to be like 5'10", 5'11", right? Some of these guys, man, Grimes is a real good comp, Nigel. Grimes. What's his first name? Brent? Something like that? Grimes, that played for the damn Dolphins. I can comp him to that. But I think he's a little bit more gritty than Grimes, Brent Grimes. Alito Shepherd type. Yeah, boy. This is not Earl Thomas-ish, yeah, because he's a willing tackler. He's an aggressive, smaller defensive back, right? So we will see, though. We will see how D'Angelo do in the combines and his numbers and stuff. But I got my brother from another mother, no other. Don't look like Danny Glover from the 202. I got Big Amish, man. You in the building, man. Talk to me.
Law. Yeah. How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, my guy.
Do you hear me? Because I'm using new technology. I'm using these pods, so hopefully I'm coming in.
You coming in? You coming in clear, but not as clear as you used to be. But we can still hear that great voice, man. We still hear that great voice.
1 second, hold on.
Mm-hmm. Hello?
It's an evil world we live in.
I got from the 818. You're live on the nation. You're live. Talk to me. Yo, what's good?
You hear me?
Yes, what's good with you, man? Who we got today?
Sorry, man. I had you connected to the car speaker. I don't know. I wasn't coming through. But it's funny. My name is Lawrence as well.
Man, you got my whole name. That's what's funny. And you got the look, my middle name is Christopher. So I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, I'm calling myself, you know what I'm saying? So we got Chris Law 2.0. Hey, we twins, man.
I found the channel and I said, ain't no way.
Yeah.
I had to go ahead and make my name. I'm in there as Law Dog. That's what they called me when I was playing football. I was like, this just had to be.
yeah, man. What's good with you, Law?
Bro, man. Hey, you feel me?
Yeah, man. What's good, man? I'm telling you, man. People fail to realize that name Christopher is a powerful name, man. You know what I mean? That part.
It travels.
It travels, man. Yeah.
It travels. I'm a Lawrence Jr. as well, one of 4 in my family. So
okay.
I like I said, I found your channel. I was like, yep, we lock in step.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I just want to say, one, thank you for the channel. Thank you for doing what you do.
Appreciate
And I got like three things I want to ask you about.
Go ahead.
One, are we having Cowboys Collective tonight?
Yes. Do we having the Cowboys Collective tonight? But here's the caveat. I may be in and out because I got an event networking sponsored show between 5 and 8 that I physically got to be at. And I don't know if I can split myself into multiple atoms and be there. Okay, but we're going to have Machine Gun John, Skywalker Steel, and Foots the King. Yeah. We're going to have the 3 panels. Yeah.
Well, as far as a collective, if you get a chance to get on there, can you please ask John for us if he feels like we're going to attack the O-line in free agency? You know, none of us want to see another damn pick from the O-line in the draft. So if we're just going to do that or patch it up around with guy moving around, something like that, because I really feel like I'm not worried about the Pickens thing.
Right.
I see the way that they're maneuvering, the way that they getting the D coordinators all locked and stuff. Like you said, we ain't heard from Jerry.
Yeah.
I'm 34. I ain't never seen this much time without Jerry in the news.
Right.
I'm right there with you. So I feel like they're going to get the D coordinators locked up, and then we going to see right after the Super Bowl, Javonte Williams, George Pickens signed. And then right before the draft happened, you're going to see them splashes because I don't see how, with all the interviews that we did, that we don't bring in. I really feel like we're getting Quentin Williams' brother.
Right.
I feel like he's going to come in and get that linebacker spot for us. And how we don't get at least 2 or 3 players from between the Vikings and the Eagles, or all the coordinators that we interviewed, Law.
We're going to get, because whenever you have coaching shift like that, normally these guys are going to reach out to familiar people, right? So they're going to probably get some guys off of the Eagles. And here's another thing. When you got great influencing power, right? Them guys going to pick up the phone and say, Jerry, I need to be in Cowboys land. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to shoot out no subliminal message and wait for the Cowboys to call them like a Derrick Henry did. They're going to be like calling the coaching staff saying, I want to play for this program. And that fits the narrative of Jerry. Yeah.
There you go. They're like, I seen what you did for me here. Why would I stay here? And what we all can see is a sinking ship. I want to attach my name to greatness. It's something good that's about to happen.
Yep, and that's what Nashawn Wright did. Nashawn Wright literally, and I had a phone call from Mama Wright, and Mama Wright was like, my son is going to play back for y'all if Al Harris stay there, right? And then, because wherever Al Harris was going to go, that's when Nashawn Wright was going to go. And when he went to Chicagoland, it was like, okay, boom. I'm finna pack my bags to go to Chicago. That is what free agency do. That's what players knowing what their skill sets are that they have, and they trust the positioning coach to put them in positioning. So we may see some of that. So Reed Blankenship maybe, or whoever else that played under that Christian Parker's tree, they may come along and say, hey, this is where I'm comfortable at.
Yeah, these players, they're not fools. They know They know what gets them in line. They know what makes them great. Because just like how all the talk about Pickens and everything that he's done, there was no backlash, any news coming from the locker room in Pittsburgh saying that Pickens was a problem. It was all the usual media okey doke, all that hubbub.
Right.
You did not hear one player say he was a problem in Pittsburgh. We all knew he
Right,
didn't have an offense or a quarterback.
Shoot, we had Kenny Pickett, Tiny Hands Pickett, and Justin Fields, who was a glorified running back trying to throw football.
He might as well have somebody from the chain gang throwing him footballs when he was playing so bad.
Yeah.
So I don't listen to any of that stuff anybody gonna say. I know that's gonna happen.
No doubt.
And it's crazy. I watch Nightcap. I love the show because they do talk about a lot, and I love the guests that they bring on. But I don't know why anybody expects any difference from them. I watched Shannon before Nightcap.
Right.
He got that bad taste of Skip Bayless in his mouth, so he ain't gonna ever show us no love.
Nah, he saw the blueprint. You know, you talk bad about the Cowboys. You give them flowers here and there, but let's know that it's all like a Ponzi type of thing. Like these guys, and I'm not beating them up. I'm not showing anything, but type of thing. Because shout out to them. I like what they built. Right.
That's why I said I watched the show. It's a good show. They cover good stuff.
Right.
They know those tags to pull on to get what they need, get them clicks.
Most certainly, man.
I ain't never worried about that. But I didn't want to take up all your time. I just wanted to finally get on here. Shout out to you, Twin. I played football. I had the benefit of, I always loved playing defense. I had the benefit of having a mixed team of Black and Tuggins. So whenever we get out that battle cry and we went to war, we let them know. So I'm gonna end it with, how about them Cowboys?
How about them, baby? That's Chris Law right there, man, or Law Dog, man. I love it, man. It's always a pleasure, man, knowing those type of things. And like I said, man, I'm not hating on Speak Easy, Emmanuel Acho, Shady McCoy, or any of those guys in those spaces, because we still have a real close network that we are somehow in part or impartial in line with everything. And it's just me. I'm such an independent guy, right? Like I walked away from what I did for a career to do this, right? So I get the hustle, I get the grind, of all of those things that they're doing. So it is for what it is. Like shout out to Joe Rogan, Joe Budden. I listen to all of those boys that do these type of podcast spacing. And am I going against the grain a lot? Yeah, Could I be like, I'm being right hand to the man to y'all? My channel could be even bigger if I walk away from just speaking only on the topic lines of Cowboys, right? I had networks to approach and said, hey, are you willing to talk soccer? Are you willing to talk X, Y, and Z? And I said, I can dibble dabble in all of that, but my love is Cowboys, right? And that's one thing that I wish I didn't love as much is the Cowboys, and this has come with it, right? And the Cowboys are 365. If I just like the Cowboys like they do, because Shay Sharp, they don't love the Cowboys, they just like the Cowboys for impressions and views. And I'm not saying that they won't be successful without it. But there's something called borrowed credibility that you can utilize, right? You play for a national sports team. You've been on ESPN. You've been on Fox and all of that stuff. And then you just segue into it. Now, I'm not going to chase the money in the bag so much like a Stephen A. Smith, who talk on topics that he definitely don't belong in, especially from a political aspect of it. And he got all of the ladies that coming after him and these sorts of things. And you can see the beta energy leaking off of Stephen A. Smith and all of that stuff when he trying to talk into these type of parameters and circles. But it is for what it is, Hey, conspiracy law, true crime law. Yeah. Joe Budden has the blueprint. You right. And all of those boys. So I just figured like, there's more and more content to go around. There's more and more people that can go around. But I just goes to show you that I know what I'm doing. Because if y'all sit back and watch, y'all start seeing pieces of Law Nation on those channels. Y'all see the implementations of a strolling bar. I was one of the first ones to do that. The comments on the streams, I was the first one to do that. When people send super chats, you hear the languages of the AI talking and all of that stuff. Y'all can see the fingerprints on there. And that's good. That's cool. I may not ever be 2 to 3 million guy, But I probably could be if I do some crazy content, take my shirt off, pour water on my face, and do some Kai Cenat stuff. But you got to understand, I'm about damn near 25 to 28 years older than Castanet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be that guy's dad, you know. So I'm in a different type of lane as far as my career path. But it is for what it is. I got Keegan. I don't know if this the water, but it's from the 815. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Hey, all is well, man. Talk to me. What you got, bro?
Hey, man, I just had a couple questions. If this whole Javonte Williams thing fall through like everything else does with Dallas, you think they take Love at 12?
Say that again, your background, man. You got where you at?
My bad. I'm at work. Let me go outside real quick.
Okay, no doubt, man. yeah, man, it worked. Yeah. I show speed. Man. Shout out to him. Yeah, what you say? What you got, bro?
I said if those Javonte negotiations take too long, kind of like it did with Dowdle, you think they'll draft Love at 12?
If they wait too long and they sit on their hands, and if they don't sign the running back before the draft, then I'm quite sure that they're going to go into the draft hungry at that spot, and they could draft Jeremiah Love if they don't sign nobody, right? I could see that.
Okay, I hear you.
Because he would still be cheaper. He literally, if they playing the numbers game, he would still be cheaper, I believe, than a Javonte Williams, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that running back market.
Yeah.
And then I guess I got one more for you. I won't take up too much time because I gotta get back in there. But if Downs is sitting there at 12 and we take him, do they put him in the box more, you think, or do you think they'll play that too high safety look that they like to do?
Oh man, I would if I draft Caleb Downs, I'm using him as multiples. I'm using him as disguise look. I'm carbon copying what Buda Baker did. We got a guy that worked with Buda Baker here on the staff. We got a guy that worked with smaller DBs, Christian Parker. So if I'm drafting Downs, the deeper third's going to be taken care of. The middle of the field going to be taken care of because I'm using him in multiple spots and just letting him be a playmaker. I'm not putting him in like any type of box. Yeah. Talking about Jamal, the guy that was
Adams.
Jamal Adams.
Seahawks days.
Yeah,
towards the end.
Yeah. But I look at Caleb Downs that he has a little bit more coverage ability. He can cover better. Like Jamal, he hit you and you like, who hit me, right? He was a one-way guy. Freight train. So I'm looking at it like, with Caleb Downs, I'm using him in multiple looks. I'm disguising. I'm not putting him in a spot whereas you can visibly see him, and that's all where he's going to be at. No, I'm clearing him close to the LOS. I'm moving him back to the hook. You might see him on top of the roof. You might see him motion at the last time we playing single high and moving the other guy down inside. I'm moving him on fourth side. I'm doing everything possible to continue to use him as a damn weapon. That's what I would do with Caleb Downs.
Let him make some plays. I hear you.
Yeah.
And then I saw the news about Rico potentially saying he might come back. What do you think about that? I didn't really like how he was worried about carries as much as he was when he was in Carolina, and I just feel like Javonte is more the workhorse bell back. So would he be able to take that step back, you think, if they brought him back, or is that just something that they should stay away from?
If the price is right with Rico, he knows the terrain, the area. He knows most of the people on his team. I think he did a phenomenal job during his stretch in Carolina land. But there's something about being moved around like he's being moved around with that maybe he's not good as a system guy. I know I might get shanked in the back with this. I'm thinking that whatever Rico can do, Malik Davis can do similar. Maybe not the same, but you can probably get similar productivity if you gave Malik Davis a chance. But what I'm not going to do is go into this season without the notion of trying to replace any of those running backs. I need to get better in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but Malik did show some good inside the tackle running. That's for sure. I thought he was going to be more of a little catch out of the backfield, run outside, that sort of thing, kind of speed demon versus kind of what we wanted Jaden Blue to be. But
Well, with Jadon Blue,
All
before I let you go, man, he just didn't have enough time of playing, so that's going to be a thing, you know. That's the thing, though. But appreciate you for calling in, man. Thank you so much, bro.
Thanks for the time, man. You do great work. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man. All right. Yes, indeed, man. That's Keegan, not the water. But I got from the 309, what's on your mind? You're live on the Nation. Talk to me. Yellow. Yellow.
Yo, what's up, Law?
Not much, man. What you got for me?
Hey, this is my first time caller, man. Long time listener.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Yo, this Big Dog Ken, man. I'm calling in from Arkansas, man.
Okay. Razorbacks in there.
Yeah, man.
Jerry Jones' hometown.
Oh, yes. It's close. It's close.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just want to let you know, man, you a Cowboy intellectual when it comes to this Cowboy content creation. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
You are that light. You are that light in the dark. And leading this Cowboy content creation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't got too much because I'm working right now.
Yeah.
I wasn't even expecting to get in.
Man.
But I got a couple of questions.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to know how the Cowboy Nation feel about a possible return for Rico Dowdle. And how do you feel about if we move Revel to safety?
And
that's all I got, man. This is Big Dog Ken checking in from the 870. I'm out.
No doubt, man. Shout out to you, Big Dog. And he'll be our last caller because I just realized I got to get ready to scoot. And I give those conversational pieces of what he's saying collectively. My thoughts on Rico again. I think Rico, if the price is right, you know, and of course, I don't want him saying I want 10 or 15 to 12, 15 to 16 million dollars and all of this stuff, right? I think that it can be better served as if the price is right, you bring Rico back. I would like the Rico / Javonte Williams administration. That would be nice, right? These are not household names, but these are guys that can get it done, right? That's how I look at it, right? But can you get better with options of other running backs? Possibly, right? And the other conversation, what was the other thing that he said, y'all? Y'all help me out. I got a senior moment. Siobhan Revel, right? That's what he was saying. You don't do that to that kid. He got 2 careers in him. If he measured this right. I can foresee 2 careers in his career pathway. Being a dominant shutdown defensive back as it relates to cornerback. And then when he get close to that 30 range, then he can transition over to safety. But once you go safety, you don't go back to DB as it relates to cornerback, right? So keep him at cornerback for longest possible. Get the max capabilities for that. And then when it is time for him to move to safety, then you do that. Cowboys got to start drafting guys for what they are known for, not draft guys and switch them around for what they're not known for, right? And I know he's a taller cornerback, can redirect, shows you those skill sets. But for what I can say is allow this kid to get his growings together and let him become for what he is drafted for. Don't try to get too cute with it and say, unless that was the plan all along, right? And that clearly wasn't the plan, right? So keep him at cornerback. Let's get things going in that fashion and keep things moving and grooving. For those who wanted to call in that couldn't get in, tomorrow, if time permits, we will let you guys call in and get things going. And don't forget about Israel, Alabata Conde, you know, in the cut. Yeah, well, we'll see what he can do, you know. Appreciate everybody, man. Keep Malik over Rico. I feel you on that. And we talking about Davis, not Hooker, right? Pass them baskets around. Appreciate you, man. Yes, indeed. And for those, I got nothing but love for y'all. As we continue and as we about to depart and as I got to travel to get to my next destination. Nothing but love for you, baby. Got nothing but love for you, baby. Yes, indeed, I got nothing but love for you all. LOVE. And there's one time to another time as we depart, as we continue to grind to shine. I want to say to you all that's here, shout out to you, Keegan. He's on the Instagram. Shout out to you, Kenneth. That's not Murray, but R. Clark. Appreciate you. CEO Max. Super Bass. Appreciate you. Taserface. Thank you. Braden. Thank you. He says, have you seen Michael Parsons filming the cheerleaders until he got to the end and he switched off? I saw that video. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to you, Verde. Shout out to you, Richard. Carrie asks, Law, I ask you, who do you compare Downs to in the league? You can say McDuffie. You can say the Honey Badger. You can say to a degree the Earl Thomases of the world. Caleb Downs is nice, man. I like what he brings to the table. But we got to measure twice, cut once. We don't have time to be playing around with our food. We don't have time to be saying to ourselves, we get this guy 4 years from now. Yes, no. We got to make sure that wherever we go, we're in the right direction. We're doing the right things for the right reasons for this team. There's no more politics going on around here. Do you know the game? This is no good old boy, go along, get along situation. I don't want that. Schottenheimer had his hands behind his back. You can see the countenance on his face. On the offensive side, they having fun, they kikiing, and then on the defensive side, it was Stella and Chips that's busted open in the back seat of the car that left there for a few days. But now is the time for us to stand tall or not at all. To say, the beat of my heart is crying Cowboys. And the Cowboys' beautiful history, birthed in 1960, that they was known for their defense. They was known for the kind of caliber of running game that they had, the wide receivers that they had, the quarterback that was able to win us 2 Super Bowls. And that's how hard it is. As great as Tom Landry was when he was on this plane. 2 Super Bowls is all he got. With all of those legacies and the histories of champions that they had on that team. So it's difficult. It's not an easy task at hand. So verily, verily, I say unto you, as I'm reminded by those who say, hey, the race is not to the swift. It's not to the battle or the strongest or the fittest. It's to those who endure. And they say long suffering is the fruit of the Spirit. Baby, we got a lot of fruit over here because we've been suffering for 30 years, 30 seasons. But lo and behold, our passion never faded. We are the real ones. We are the true die-hard Cowboy fans. They wish to call us delusional. They wish to spit upon and mock us for our love and our loyalties. And they spit upon our things and our creative ideals as fans. But a third of us was fans of this team before Jerry Jones bought the team. We appreciate the 3 rings that he brings with him with his decisions of hiring a Jimmy Johnson and firing a Jimmy Johnson and getting a Barry Switzer in here. But I can tell you all right now that in the midst of this, even though it's been 30 years, 30 seasons, I have never thought about being a Giants fan. I have never thought about being a Washington fan. I have never thought about being a Patriots fan. I never thought about being a Chiefs fan. I have never thought about being a damn Philadelphia Eagles fan. So even in our miseries, even in our sufferings, you know, we still here silver and blue, and we gonna stay true. They wish to divide us, baby, but we are not dividing at all. We're standing tall, and we are gonna continue to shoot for the stars. And even if we miss, we at least amongst our peers of other stars. Write this down into your mental mindset. Commit it to your heart, baby. And it's all about determination. I got my beautiful mom on the screen behind me. I'll never forget when I had about 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. I told my mom, I said, baby, I'm ready to give this up. I don't need this. And she said, how bad do you want it? If this is something that you love to do, then you continue to do it. Don't let man stop you from doing what God designed. You don't need permission for your purpose. Figure out another way. So I opened up a Facebook account and we did that. We opened up an Instagram account. We did that. Collectively, we did over 100 million views just in 90 days on those platforms. That's the ability of speaking life into existence. And that was just 90 days ago. But it goes back to this right here. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, oh just simply, go after the things you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold or the poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty, you, hey, put that sandwich down right there. You know, I know what she talked about, but put that sandwich down right there. You should be able to get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. I know somebody in the chat right now. Rico, you got something that you want to do. Gerald Beasley, you got something that your mindset wants you to do. Ice Cold Cowboy, you got something. I can see greatness inside of you. And everybody that's watching, that's tuning in to this beautiful message, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Just got to do it. Step out, walk on greatness, and everything else will fit in for its purpose. Baby, DC for life, not for short. What we tell them? I wake up, come on. Down that check. No drip this. Tell them. Hey, come on, baby. Stretch. Now it's time to roll those grades. Yeah. Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find shout out to you, Justin. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. Come on. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ. Come on, Marion, baby. Kendricks, thank you.
No drip this.
Tell them.
Run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first,
stretch.
Tell them run it up. I wake up. Flex.
Come on.
Down now. Check. No drip this.
Tell them.
Run it up.
And remember, Sounds of Soft Soul hits Odie.
Tell them run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to.
Come on, baby, let's go to the couch. We gonna watch it. Sambuca is where we gonna be live watching the Super Bowl this weekend. I gotta run up out of here. New guys, rewind game, baby. Not mine.
I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex on down.
Put flex in the chat, baby. Until next time, if we offended anyone, you just offended today.